Hello, everybody. I am Heather Wild Smith, and I am here with the oh so fabulous Reiki Master Radiance. Hey, Radiance. Hey, Ray.
Hey, I'm starting to think maybe that's just too much of a tongue tie for everyone, so I might change that. But yes, Reiki Master Radiance Thompson is here in the house.
Yes. And the fabulous Ray is one of my one-to-one clients, who is a total joy to work with and to watch her grow and take action. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And not only is she a Reiki master and an amazing healer, like one session with her, like totally blew me up last year. Um, but she's also a spiritual coach, and she's been working on launching her program in the last couple of weeks. So why don't you tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do and your program? And yeah.
Well, thank you for having me, Heather, again. And thank you for dealing with me for the last couple of months. I'm sure you've had your ups and downs with me, but I appreciate you. So what do I do? So I am a Reiki master, and what that basically does is it helps you elevate your energy, it helps you remove blockages, perhaps maybe some anxiety that you have, depression. It can go even further. It can actually help you elevate to a point where you have spiritual gifts. That's what happened to me. When I started my Reiki healing journey, I started off with anxiety, and then eventually I became someone that would be classified as an empath, and I have spiritual gifts now, and now I am a spiritual coach. I help empaths and people that are beginning on their spiritual journey understand how to harness their gifts and how to live a life of purpose with their gifts. And those gifts can be anything from spiritual gifts to whatever gift that you that you want to live and, fulfill while you're living on this earth. And what was your other question?
Yeah, so you got a program. It's called like the AAA. I'm sorry.
It's called, yeah, I changed the name because I was so inspired by the Activate Your Empath Gifts workshop that I just did. So over 156 people are currently in there. I'm actually still getting people in that workshop because the workshop will be up until the 24th of November. So friends told their friends, and then more friends came. So there's 156 people in that workshop that are still consuming content, still commenting on content, still consuming the workbook. So it was actually a really, really successful workshop, and it was my first time doing it. So I'm super excited about that. And I was so inspired by how many people came and showed up and did the work that I decided to create my program, Activate Your Empath Gifts program.
Fabulous. Fabulous. It's so funny when you're coaching somebody, like how much you talk, and yet there's so many things you still don't know about each other. Like I actually didn't know that it was through you being healed that you got your gifts. So that's really cool. And she did. She totally kicked ass. She totally went for it with this 5-day challenge. And the cart is open. Definitely go check out her stuff. Like even if you just watch her live videos, she gives so much value. It's definitely not a like tease you with like a big promise and then you go in and it's like, I watched 30 minutes to get that. Like she'll blow your mind. So definitely go check out Ray's stuff. But what we're going to talk about today, we had a really great session last week as she started to finish her challenge and start to open the card and start having some sales conversations. One of the hardest things when you're in a non-money niche, so you're not a business coach, you're not a money coach, any of that, is conveying what people are going to get out of working with you, right? It can be really, really difficult. And most people have no idea how to coach you, how to help you get at that. And it's something I'm finding that I'm really, really good at. And so Radiance and I were having a call and tell them about what your experience was like when we were talking about how to understand the value and convey it.
Yeah, so it was really good because I felt like some light bulbs went off. I was being told about how to basically turn things around, especially since you are spiritual. So that really helped a lot with your ability to find the objections within empaths and within the spiritual community that I might hear because of your own relationship with your spiritual gifts. So, for example, you're able to tell me that empaths have we are codependent, and we are, a lot of us are very codependent, and we are very nurturing people, and that can be something that holds us back. So your ability to tap into that really helped me understand, okay, this is what you need to say in order for people to understand and for me to convey how valuable my program would be to them. Because otherwise I would not have understood, it didn't make sense to me. I'm still learning, I'm not going to lie. I'm still, this is my first year of actually going forward as a spiritual coach and Reiki master. I literally got my Reiki master certification in September, and I announced it on Facebook to everyone, right? So I'm still in my learning stages too. So your ability to tap into that and really understand how to convey how I can talk about the value of my program to my audience was really, really helpful. I had never heard those types of objections framed in the way that you were able to frame them.
Thanks. Yeah, because the whole thing is like, I've been talking about objections a lot lately. I've kind of toyed with the idea of calling myself the objection coach, but I think that's like a little too narrow. But most programs, when they talk about objections, like, because you've done business programs before, right? You did like a professional training and everything. And what was the training like around objections?
Well, not to say that it wasn't helpful, not to say that it didn't help me in that frame of mind, but I wasn't also a spiritual coach at that time. So I feel like the objections that you're able to give were specific to my niche because you're able to tap in with your own spirituality. So a lot of times what happens is with people that coach you with objections that may not understand spirituality is that it doesn't necessarily fit the niche. And maybe it's just more of a blanket statement like, okay, your object about money. They're going to object about their partner and needing to check with their partner first. And those things definitely do happen, of course. And that is helpful in a standard business program, of course. However, I feel like because you're a spiritual and sales coach, that was able to help me. You're able to help me even more so. So yeah, if that makes sense. And I hope that makes I hope that was a decent explanation. I know that I get tongue-tied a bit, but yeah.
No, it's fine. I know, like, Ray just got off of her corporate job and is about to go on a sales call and then do a live later. So we only have like a few precious minutes. Talk about tongue-tied, minutes with her. It must be my senior moment. This is my senior discount haircut that I got earlier. I didn't ask for it, but like the woman was like, yeah, it's $9. I just went and got a cheap haircut. And I was like, isn't it supposed to be like 14? And she's like, yeah, but it's senior day. And I was like, thank you.
I don't know what to say.
Oh my God. Radiance comment I posted about it. She said, girl, bye. Oh, God.
No.
You're like,
either way, I love your hair and I'm glad you got the discount, but I don't like that. I don't feel like no.
I tried to argue with her. I did. I was like, I feel kind of weird. I don't know. It was a weird situation. I don't know. I tipped her anyway. But yeah, so back to objections. My problem with how most people teach objections is it's very like, it's assertive to the point of bullying, and you do have to be assertive in sales. You do have to show up and be in your authority. That's something that I've worked with Radiance on. Like, she's an amazing healer. She's got a great coaching background. Just phenomenal. But it's stepping up to the plate and bringing that authority and that knowing that your expertise is there is huge. But there's a way to do that and be in your authority and your expertise without being bullying, without like pushing, over people. And that's where most sales trainings would lose me on objections, because it felt like you're just overcoming these objections. You're just like dismissing what everybody has to say. And what I was really working on with Radiance, because, Radiance obviously is a very spiritual person and she's on this planet to help so many people. But like so many of us who are, high integrity, spiritual, what have you. We need a way of selling and marketing that feels really good to us, right? Otherwise it's so hard to show up every day if you're using tactics that don't feel good. And it's super gross to get on a sales call, even though you need sales for your business to work. You know that you need to make a sale so that you can actually help this person. It still doesn't, feel good. Was that your experience?
Yeah, no, I have like a routine as far as how I handle my sales calls. I do. And I feel like they flow, but I also feel like I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to be, cheesy, salesy. I want to be my authentic self. And that's the problem I feel like with um, most formats that people are given
Mhm.
with sales. It just
Mhm.
seems very uncomfortable for the salesperson. So if you're not comfortable delivering the sale, then how are you going to make the person hopefully receiving the sale comfortable, right? So just having that sense of comfort when you're able to, conduct these sales calls, especially in the beginning of your coaching career, where you're still learning so much all at once. You're just learning the marketing, you're learning the sales, you're learning your niche, you're learning, how to promote yourself. It's just a lot. It's
It is.
more than just writing great posts. It's how you're writing them. So that being said, it really feels, when everything feels good, when you're on a sales call, it just makes a bigger difference in your ability to close the sale too.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of times, especially when we're newer, we don't have a part of us, if you're called to be a coach or a healer, there's a part of you that is 100%, 1,000% certain that you're here to help people and you're capable of doing it. And then there'll be this little part of you that's like, nope, you're delusional. You fucking lost your mind, right? And so
Yeah.
you're kind of battling against that and showing up anyway. And then you throw in the sales part, which is a whole nother learning set. And if you're trying to follow a way, like I tried all the ways that I was being taught to sell and all the programs that I've done, and they didn't feel good to me. So it was gross and I couldn't make them work. And like I was almost glad when people said no because I didn't feel good about the way I was trying to sell to them. So if you're greatly confident in your abilities, if you're not confident in your sales abilities or you're not comfortable with the way that you're selling, that does come through. And like even if someone isn't empathic, even if they're not a spiritual person, like even muggles can sense when you're not confident, and then it starts to make them like not trust themselves. They're like, oh shit, why am I on the phone with this person? If they don't believe in themselves, why should I believe in them, right? Yeah.
Very true.
So that's something I'm going to be talking about. So I'm doing a masterclass tomorrow night. It's about 24 hours until it starts, and I'm going to be talking about, the showing up in your authority, but how to be in your power. Like this is the thing. Like people that are truly powerful don't don't feel the need at all to push that power over people. If you're truly in your power, right? People are attracted to that, and you don't have to manipulate people to get them to do things. You just say, hey, what about this? And they're like, it's a good idea. I mean, if they're in alignment with that idea, they're like, hey, that's a good idea. But you'll always find yourself around people who are open to your ideas because you attract, you're in that power. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. I'm going to be talking about a lot of what I was doing with Ray was we were talking about like what are the most common objections, and the most common objections regardless of what niche you're in, are money, time. I got to talk to my, spouse about it, my partner about it, and I've got to think about it. And so what we did is just sit down and say, okay, with your niche, how is this going to show up? And instead of how, them being worried about how, oh my God, this is expensive, we looked at how her program is actually going to save people money and how it's actually going to help them make money. Do you want to talk about that for a second? How we recognize like how the ways that it's helped you, knowing this stuff has helped you to make more money and how it saved you money?
Yeah. So it's all about the delivery, right? It's all about the delivery and understanding how much value you're bringing to the client or potential client. And with programs, and especially I feel, this is just me being biased to spirituality, but with spirituality, you start to lose so much of the crap that's holding you back. And when you start to leave all the stuff that's holding you back, you actually start having more time for the things that are important. You start having more time for, actually money generating activities, right? Money generating activities when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your whatever, if you're still at your job, all of those things are affected by your spirituality.
For your creativity.
Right. Creativity, especially. So you helped me realize through spirituality, my program is actually helping people save their time, save their money, save their relationship, right? Save themselves, really, So it was really great that you were able to break that down and help me see just the true value in what I had.
Yeah, because it's extraordinarily valuable. And I want to help, I credit personal development with saving my life. And so I'm super passionate about it. I never thought I would be a business and sales coach, because in this time last year, if you had told me that I was being a success as a coach, I would be like, oh God, thank God it's about fucking time. But then if you had told me that it was as a business coach, I would be like, what? Are you kidding me? Because I hated sales and marketing. But when I finally, realized, if I want to do what I'm here to do in this world, I've got to figure out the sales and marketing thing. And I did. And then I was like, okay, there's a lot more people just like me that their hearts are set on making a big difference in this world. But this shitty way of selling and shitty way of marketing that they're being taught is holding them back. And I want to give back. I want to help people to get past that so that we can get this work out to the world. And I love it that, a lot of it is coaches helping coaches and healers helping healers. And that's fabulous. I want to also get it out into the world. I want to help people learn how to convey the value so that they can get it out to people who are even beyond these realms, who don't speak healer and they don't speak coach. They're not in this realm yet, right? And that's why I'm really excited about this masterclass that I'm doing, because a lot of dealing with objections is thinking about outside of the box and really getting clear on how to convey that value. So we're going to actually have some exercises that we're going to do. There's going to be a 90-minute class plus a guidebook. And for the next few people who sign up, there's a class immediately afterwards that's a group implementation call. So we'll move out of the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, onto a Zoom call where people can actually talk to me and ask questions and get help implementing, just like I did with the lovely Ray, who is making some sales for her program. You sold your biggest package ever, right?
I did. And it was like, oh my gosh, because you had been, telling me for months, really, like, come on, like, stop.
Tell the truth, I have been really out of you.
Yeah, you're getting tired of my shit. So, but you had been telling me, like, you're worth way more and that you give so much and it's time for you to believe it. And I finally believed it. And then it finally happened, right? So I'm finally a 5-figure sales coach, right? So, not sales coach, a spiritual coach, excuse me. So it's like, wow, once you do it, and yes, you heal no, you may hear no. Like, it's okay. Take them as vitamins. Take them as vitamins to get you to your yeses.
Yeah. I didn't teach her that. That's something. That's something she got from somebody else, and it's brilliant. But yeah, so real quick, I don't want to keep you too long because I know you got a sales call that you're going to kick ass on. You're going to get to know this person and, figure out if they're a great fit for your program or not. And then I know you're going to go live. So tell people how they can find you, and we'll put some links in everything too, so that you can find Ray.
Yeah. So I have 2 groups right now, but the Activate Your Empath group, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the Activate Your Empath Gifts group, which was for my workshop, that will be coming down on the 24th. There's so much value in that. There's units, there's a workshop, a workbook for you. There's action items to help you pay attention to. There's trainings that you can listen to. You can listen to them while you're doing the dishes. Maybe you can listen to them on your way to the grocery store. There's always a time that you could just plug in a few minutes of your day into listening to the trainings. And I highly suggest that you join because it can really help you understand yourself. And I understand that not everybody calls himself an empath, and the workshop is called Activate Your Empath Gifts Group. I'm a workshop. However, it is for anyone that understands that they want to change and that they want to understand themselves more, and they want to know what their gifts are, whether that be spiritual gifts or the gift of just giving to people something where they know their lives are changed through you, right? So you can find me at the Activate Your Gifts Empath Gifts Workshop Facebook group. You can also find my other group, Empowered Empaths and Highly Sensitive Women Tribe. And my name is Radiance Thompson. So you can look at my profile and you'll find me. I'm a Reiki master, and I, can do quite a few things that can help you accelerate your gifts and help you find your purpose here in life, especially before 2021.
Yeah. Let's get it together before 2021. Let's make 2021 like so much better than 2020. And so for my masterclass is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern with the bonus group implementation call following. The class is going to be at least 90 minutes. I taught this at a summit last month. It was called the 100 Women of Vision Summit, and it was so well received. Like, it's such fresh content. Like, it is just a better, fresher, more humane way of dealing with sales objections. It's going to help you get more clients and feel great about the way you're doing it. I'm going to explain to you, you're going to have confidence. You're going to know what you need to say. You're going to understand exactly what's going on, so you don't get thrown by sales objections anymore. You're just like, oh, okay, this is the hostage situation she was talking about. It's okay. I know how to handle this now. And I'm going to, the guidebook is going to give you the basic objections. And if you're just going through the class, you're going to have a lot of information to help you customize it on your own. If you get in tonight, then you can get on that bonus implementation call and get my help. And I'm a freaking genius at helping you customize it. So thank you so much, Ray, for being on with me tonight. And I'm going to put the links. There's a couple ways to take my class. There's one way where you can get in. It's me and 30 other courses. And that way is $100. But you don't get the group implementation class. So you still get a whole lot of value, plus a lot of value from other people. If you do the class just with me, it's $299. And you will get the guidebook, the class, and the group implementation call if you get in quick. So any last words from you, Ray? Thank you so much for making time to do this. I know you're so busy right now.
No, I'm actually pretty okay. I just want to say thank you for having me on this live. And any empaths out there, people that know they want to be on a spiritual journey, people that know that they're ready to find their higher sense of self, their authentic self, so that way they can really live their life purpose, feel free to reach out to me. I know that the beginning of your spiritual journey may not be easy, and I'm here to guide you through it.
And she really, really, really is amazing. And for everybody who knows that it's your purpose, but you're just having a problem getting, the sales because it just doesn't feel good to you, come talk to me. I'll let you know if you're a good fit for what I do. I'll let you know if you're a good fit for this class tomorrow night. I never sell to anybody if I don't feel like they're ready for what I do or they're not a good fit. And if you're in a niche that it's not, it's like, my program makes people happier, and you're like, how the fuck do I quantify that? How do I convey the value? I am brilliant. I can help you with that, just like I helped Radiance. Oh, wait, it's backwards. So the fabulous Radiance. So bye, everybody. Thanks for watching live. Thanks for everybody watching the replay. If you have any questions, put it down here, tag us, and we'll come back and answer them. And just everybody have a great Wednesday. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.